All right. Hello, y'all. Welcome to another
Wait,
exclusive episode. Wait, is Andrew not recording?
I'm recording now. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay. Welcome, y'all, to another exclusive episode to the With Nothing to Say podcast with nothing else to say. To get the full episode, go to patreon.com/lifethroughfiction. That's patreon.com/lifethroughfiction. Andrew, what have you been watching
Yes,
this
thank
week?
you. I went to the movies 4 times this week. I went to the movie theater
Jesus
4 times
Christ.
this week. I
Okay.
saw some new movies and old movies. Um, yep. I saw the first movie I saw in theaters was the new Batman. Saw it in theaters.
And
You know, I think it might be the best superhero movie I've seen in a long time. I think it's better than Suicide Squad. I think it's better than Joker. I think it's better than any Marvel movie I've seen in recent years. It's better than any of the Russo brothers movies, the big ones, like Endgame and stuff.
yeah.
I really think it's better than all of those fucking shitty movies. Um, it's obviously a superhero movie, so the existence of it on a fundamental level, I detest. But I thought it was a good movie overall. I thought the tone was really neat. And I think I agreed with everything that you said last
Hmm.
time. I think
Yeah.
in terms of like why the Rob Pattinson Batman is like really good. I thought it was really good. So
Yeah. It's
yeah,
great. Are you
that was
excited
that
for
was
and are you going to see the next one?
um like the sequel.
Yeah.
I honestly, yeah, I would see a sequel in theaters. Once again,
So,
like a sequel, like once again, sequels, superhero sequels, like God. But I enjoyed this one enough that I'm actually like excited on some level to see another one. So that's pretty good. That's that's surprisingly good. So yeah, very surprising. Obviously it's not perfect. There are a lot of things wrong with it,
mhm.
but I think that the movie is good. It's a good movie. So I was very happy to come away with it. I thought it was a little too long too.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the whole final act, like everything at the stadium.
Yeah, that stuff fell a little long. I thought the ending, everything after the stadium too was like, okay, are we gonna end the movie now? Are we gonna end the movie? Like, I thought all that stuff like was really kind of taking its time a little bit too much.
Hmm.
But yeah, cool movie, really cool, honestly. Yeah, another movie I saw in theaters was an Indian movie
Okay.
called RRR.
RRR.
Yeah,
I've seen. I've heard. What? How is it?
okay, it was really good. It was really cool. It's a 3 hour long
Oh shit.
movie. Um, Unbelievable film. Like, I gotta start watching more Indian movies because this one was crazy, super cool. Really violent, and
Okay.
it's an anti-British, anti-colonialist movie. So British
Awesome.
people get shot in the face a lot. They get fucked up. So it's like very satisfying to watch. Like, Indian people kind of rise up and kind of take them down.
Mm.
Um, but honestly, it's really a movie about friendship. It's about two
Hey.
friends, and I thought it was very well done, very dramatic, very swooping,
Mhm.
and I gotta say, maybe the loudest movie I have ever been to. The music was really loud, and the sound effects were really loud to the point where I'm like, maybe I should have brought earplugs or something,
Holy
because
shit, that's loud.
like, and I don't think I think it is just how they are, because when I went to see it, they played trailers for Indian movies and
Hmm.
American movies, and the Indian movie trailers were much louder than the American movie trailers. Like, they played the fucking
Awesome.
trailer for Ambulance, and
Hmm.
that one seemed, and that's like a big budget American action movie.
Yeah.
That one was noticeably quieter than
Holy shit.
the trailers and the movie. Like, it's really loud. Like, I don't know why it's like that,
Huh.
but I did really like the movie. It was insane, and it makes American action movies look like shit. Like, it just makes them look really boring.
Mhm.
It's just really, I think it's going to be on Netflix, so I do recommend
Okay. Yeah.
to
Can watch
watch it.
that.
And there is also singing and dancing in it, but
Awesome. Even better.
it's like some of the greatest like dancing I've ever seen in a movie. Like they come at the perfect moments, and only they're like they're singing in it
Mhm.
that come at the perfect moments, and there's also a dancing scene kind of in the middle of the movie that comes at the most perfect scene and moment. Like it's really done well. I'm like, oh my gosh, is there going to be like singing? You know, it's Bollywood. I'm not really like
Mhm.
into Bollywood. I think that's a little much.
Mhm.
But in RRR, it's perfect. It comes at the perfect moment. It feels very well balanced. So
Awesome.
yeah, I'm really glad I saw it in theaters because I heard it was really good, and it must be because I know it's a very popular movie in India, so that's why it's playing here. So I'm glad I was
Yeah.
able to check it out. Yeah. Um, a third movie I watched was I saw Son of White Mare. I saw which is like an old 19 animated movie from 1981. I
Okay.
think it's made by a yeah, it's made by a Serbian Hungarian guy. And
Mhm.
the folklore is kind of based off that region, kind of like a folklore tale. Really great animation, very colorful and kind of formalist, like very like almost kind of cubist.
Mhm.
Um, really cool. Don't have a lot to say about it. It was just a really cool kind of psychedelic old animated film. I mean, I
Cool.
got to see it in the theaters with like new digital restoration, and it looked amazing. So I recommend that one.
Cool.
Yeah, I get lucky. I get to see all the good movies. Um, and of course, I
What
think
we've all
just
been
a couple
waiting
days
for.
ago, I saw Ambulance.
Yes.
Of course, fantastic. Of course, it's Michael Bay. I was able to watch a bunch of Michael Bay movies the past week or so.
Mhm.
There was a couple I wish I really. There's a couple movies of his I want to see soon, including Bad Boys 2, which I've heard is his best movie. I've heard Bad Boys 2 is his best movie. But yeah, last time we talked, I saw Armageddon, Bad Boys 1, Six Underground, Pain and Gain, 13 Hours. Um, all these movies, I would say they're all the movies I just mentioned are in the categories of like, they're good, but you know, there are a lot of flaws.
Yeah.
Especially Bad Boys 1. That movie was really boring and lame. Um, Armageddon was good. And I liked Pain and Gain, which has been compared to Fargo. It's
Yeah.
like a crazy weightlifting movie where these guys are trying to do like a heist kind of thing. Not really a heist, but kind of like a scam.
Mhm.
I even thought 13 Hours was pretty good. And that movie's very
Really?
like jingoistic, but I
Yeah.
thought it was good. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Bay it's honestly not that political. It's not a very political movie. Um just because like he basically all he does is that he presents the events and that's it.
Mhm.
And how like kind of fucked up that whole situation was. And he does a good job, really. It's not a perfect
Hmm.
movie, but I thought it was good. And then yeah, I saw Ambulance in IMAX. I decided to pay extra for the Ambulance IMAX tickets, and man, like whether you see it in IMAX or not, like you got to see it in theaters. It's very good. Maybe his most mature movie.
Really?
Yeah, I think anyone can enjoy it.
Okay.
The thing about these Michael Bay movies is that they always shoot themselves in the foot with really bad jokes and characters, and sometimes they can be really racist and homophobic.
Mm. Yes.
Those things can kind of set Michael Bay back a little bit, especially if you're someone who's not very forgiving. If with movies, like I
Mhm.
can forgive Michael Bay a lot of the time, but sometimes like his movies are just too stupid, or they're too unfunny, or they're too bombastic. Ambulance, I think a general audience would appreciate it. There's a lot going on. It's honestly moving. It's a very emotionally moving movie for the most part. Jake Gyllenhaal is amazing in it. He is
Awesome.
crazy. He does so much yelling and he's having so much fun. Um and it's just the whole movie is just basically a car chase. It's just basically one big car chase. Like that's all it is really. There's a really good bank robbery scene in the beginning that happens right away, about right away,
Yeah.
and then you get just a like a car chase the whole movie, and the movie is almost 2.5 hours long. I mean, it's really good. It's not perfect. It's just it in the lexicon of LA heist movies.
Uh-huh.
This one kind of maybe falls on the low end. I'm thinking of movies like Heat, To Live and
Right.
Die in LA. These movies are like at the top. And, Ambulance is kind of down here. But you got to see it in theaters. It's great. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. It kicks ass. It's a kick ass movie. He Bay too, like in this movie, he utilizes drones, and his drone footage in it is crazy. I mean, it's just like this thing, this whatever, like yeah, this drone is just whipping across LA. I mean, it is so fast. It's so weird when you're watching his movie, especially on a big screen. You're just kind of like, man, like this whole like he does fast cuts, which can be kind of annoying. And I think when you edit a movie to look really fast, when you edit a movie where you're just having like a shot, like a different shot, like every like second or every half a
Mm-hmm.
second, that can be very disorienting. And I think it kind of creates this falsity of excitement. But with Bay, I think Bay does it well. I think Bay is able to get away with like having like a movie that's very quick cut, because he'll cut between shots that are just like insane, like that are just like over here and then over here. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, but I recommend it, and I recommend you see it in the theaters. And when I say you, I mean Austin and the listeners. Austin, you definitely should see it. I don't see why you wouldn't like it.
I think I will. I think I'm gonna see it in theaters this week. It's
You should.
I don't know. The other thing I want to see in theaters this week though is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'll probably see that next week.
But I think I'm okay if I don't see that one in theaters. Cause like, I mean, it looks really good and I've heard nothing but great things. And it's now the highest rated movie on Letterboxd, which of course it
Whoa,
is. But
whatever.
I'm okay with not seeing that one in theaters. Where like Ambulance, I feel like I have to see that in theaters. Like I feel like I want to get the full experience if I don't see that in theaters.
Yeah,
So I think I'll go this week. I think I'll see Ambulance. You've sold me on it. I wasn't sure, but I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm
I
gonna
think
go to
it's
the movie
definitely worth
theater.
a watch. Yeah, and that was it in terms of like yeah, Michael Bay. Michael Bay Pro's officially over. I'm pretty much cashed out. Like I said, I want to watch Bad Boys 2 very soon though. Um, I'm trying to think if there's any other crap I watched this week. Um, I guess the only other movie of note that I would like to mention is I did watch Creed for the first time. I found a cheap
Yeah,
Blu-ray a while ago, and that movie's good.
it's good.
I don't really have a lot to say about it except that like I was surprised by its quality. It was actually a very deeply complex movie.
Hmm.
That is honestly maybe on par with the first movie. I think with maybe with a rewatch, it'll connect with me. But I was surprised by its thematic complexities, I guess you could say, about kind of like him wrestling with his father's name and stuff. That was surprising to me.
Yeah, yeah. I like Creed a lot. I haven't seen all of the Rocky movies, but
I've
I
seen them
also haven't
all.
seen Creed 2. But you haven't
I went.
seen. Yeah, you've seen all of them. All what are there? Five of them?
I've seen all the
Rocky,
I've
Rocky
seen
Two,
all the
Rocky
Rocky
Three,
movies.
Rocky
But
Five.
Rocky one, two,
Are
three,
there
four,
four of them?
five, Rocky Balboa. Um, but I haven't seen Creed 2.
So Creed 2 is the only one you haven't seen. I haven't seen Creed 2 either. I've seen Creed. Creed's good. I like Creed. I think it's I don't know. I think it's hard to beat the original Rocky.
That's fair.
I I mean, I think it's kind of hard to compare the two because they're two very different movies. Like Rocky is this very kind of low budget guerrilla style filmmaking where
Yeah.
Creed although thematically as you say there's a lot of
I
things
think different
going
things
on.
going on I
Yeah,
think put it over the top in terms of it being kind of like unique and stand out.
for sure. But it's definitely kind of Ryan Coogler's style. It's a lot cleaner of a film, I think,
Yeah, it's
which
pretty
isn't like
clean.
a bad thing. It's just, they're it just makes for very different films, a very different viewing experience. But I think they're both very enjoyable. And I actually think the fight scenes in Creed, like the boxing scenes, are better than the boxing scenes in Rocky.
Yeah. Um I think my personal favorite Rocky movie outside of maybe the first one, because the first one is kind of like an undisputed classic, is probably Rocky 4. Rocky 4 is basically all workout montages. The whole movie is like montages. It's unbelievable. It's like an experimental film. It's so weird
So
because it's just one montage after another of Rocky like working out, and then it'll play another one, and then another one. And I don't know. That movie is so weird. Like the Russians versus Americans thing that had going on, like
yeah.
that was really interesting. But and of course Stallone, he directs that movie too.
Mhm.
Um I don't know, that movie, like that's the best Rocky sequel for sure. The most interesting. Rocky 2,
Yeah.
3 are okay. Rocky 5 is bad. Rocky Balboa is okay. But
I
Rocky
haven't seen
4,
yeah, that's dope. I haven't seen any of the Rocky sequels. I've only seen Rocky and Creed. That's it. So I have a lot of room to